Something big is being hidden right now. Look at this family. 1800s cloning. It's an official postal stamp of back then. And if we look at the picture, we will see all the babies in the garbage patch. You need to ask yourself what is really happening and what are they hiding from us. If we go to this one over here, we can see the education spending. In 2019, they spent $5 trillion. 900 billion came from private households. Family, $5 trillion is spent in education. What is really happening? Because it doesn't even match the total student loans and debts. And all the students' debt, $1.8 trillion. It doesn't match the $5 trillion annual spending. But family, all of it just to hide what is in this book. The bells, because the bells, where did the bells go? And also, we have all seen the windows peeking above the ground, right? They come in all shapes, sizes, designs, but there are windows peeking above the ground. If you only knew, family, did they spent $5 trillion just to hide what is in this book, family? Because these bells, what you see, they are not just ordinary bells. They are healing bells. They are 432 frequencies, and as you can see, they are at the Bell's graveyard. If you only knew, family, this book is changing everything. But let's get back to the education spending. Because $5 trillion they spent in 2019, family, just in education. But the funny thing is, that the US student debt is $1.8 trillion. The one in UK is 2.67 billion with an B. Norway, 164 billion. France, $3 billion student debts. In total, it's $2.1 trillion. So they spent every year between 3 and $6 trillion in education. For what, family? What are they hiding? What are they changing? This is the question, and it's in our face, because if we go down over here to the new chapter of humanity, LGBTQ, we will see that $4.1 billion is spent on development and education globally. What is really happening? So at this moment, you might ask, what is really happening? I'm going to tell you very soon, because we are living in a big lie. The illusion is real and the reality is fake. If you wonder how could they wipe out a whole history out of existence, it is happening right now, family. But let's read a little bit out of this page. Look at this, family. By the time the orphan train movement ended in 1929, an entire generation of children had been displaced, renamed, and assimilated into a world that had erased Tartaria from existence. These children, stripped of their past, became the foundation of the New World Order, a society built on industrialization, scarcity, and dependence on centralized systems. It's exactly what we are living in right now. We are living in industrialization, scarcity, and dependence on centralized system. If we look at this poster of 1910, February the 25th, wanted homes for children, what is actually happening, family? Let's go to the page before it. Could the rise of the orphaned individual in politics, business, and entertainment be part of a carefully controlled social engineering program? Let's go to page 100 of 443. Music and orphan influence, the soundtrack of the new world. Music is one of the most powerful tools of influence. It can shape emotion, dictate trends, and even reprogram societal norms. But family, you know what is very funny? All of these that you see, they were orphans or didn't have parents. John Lennon, Madonna, Louis Armstrong, Seal. And if we go to the next page, we will see even government leaders, Andrew Jackson, Nelson Mandela, Roosevelt, Steve Jobs, called bands. What is actually happening, and why were all the leaders, almost all the leaders and the managers, people that can impact the world and impacted the world, didn't have parents or were orphans? But how is it possible that we don't know this? They say hide it in the open, family. Look, let's go over here. We are witnessing it happening right now with this community. Annual or every 3 years, $4.1 billion is spent on development and education to teach the world to accept these people, to teach the world that they are here and they were already here and it's normal. What if, just like how this is happening right now, the $5 trillion that they spend annually in education development, that this was done in the same way to make us forget, to wipe out these books out of history, the reality? Because if we go calculate $5 trillion a year, or not even 5 trillion, let's be cautious, between $3 to $6 trillion. Let's take 10 years, we're talking about $30 trillion annually in education. Education should be free all around the world. Where did this money go to, and what was the actual meaning for this money? Let's go to the book, because we hear the bells growing up, right? The bells, they were ringing all around the world, every hour, sometimes every 30 minutes, every 2 hours. Where did they go? Let's read a chapter out of the Bells of Tartaria, page 235 of 443. The mystery of Tartarian bells extends far beyond their function as mere instruments of sound. These bells were powerful vibrational tools, strategically placed across Tartarian cities to harmonize energy fields, promote healing, and even generate free energy. Unlike the modern perception of bells being used only in churches or clock towers, Tartarian bells appear to have played a much deeper role in the vibrational and energetic health of civilizations. Did you hear about the Russian experience that they added between 100 and 200 bells in a village and no one got ill? No one. And the people are living longer. So let's skip this page to continue, because if you only knew where the bells were made out of, you would not let them remove it and you will say, I want the bells back. Again, this is a bells graveyard. Let's go. As we can see over here, the bells, they were made out of copper, known for its high conductivity. Copper was the primary element in many Tartarian bells. It allowed for the transmission of energy, enhance sound purity, and interact with Earth's magnetic field. They were made out of tin. They were made out of silver. Why? Some Tartarian bells contain small amounts of silver, which is known for its ability to amplify frequencies and enhance healing vibrations. Silver has been used throughout history for antibacterial and energy-enhancing properties. They were made out of gold. High-frequency bells sometimes contain traces of gold, which has unique vibrational properties that interact with etheric energy fields. Gold was also known to be used in ancient Egyptian sound healing techniques. The bells were not just things, family. They made us believe that the bells were just things, but look at this, family. Tartarian bells were not just symbols of spirituality. They were powerful healing devices. Modern science has proven that certain frequencies can heal the body. For example, 432 Hz, known as the natural frequency of the universe. This tone reduces stress, improves health, and aligns DNA. 528 Hz, the love frequency, is known for its DNA repairing effect. Do not forget, everything is connected, family. And if you doubt this, let's get back to this paper over here, my notes. As we can see, $4.1 billion spent on development and education of one group of the humanity. Why? To make humanity accept these people. to make humanity know these people, to make that they will be a part of the civilization in a good way. 4.1 billion is spent on it. How many of you know someone that thinks that this is normal and act like this was always here in history? Imagine in about 20 years or 50 years, with all this amount spent every year, every 3 years, no one will know anything else. The history will contain these people and it will be normalized. This is the power of education, and this is the power of the $5 trillion spending a year on education. This is the power of Bill and Melinda being accepted. $100 billion. The education is the gateway to everyone's mind. The education is the gateway to owning the future. This is why they don't want us to know all of this, what is in this book. Because the bells used to ring. Why did the bells ring? It was to bring us back in tune with ourselves, with earth. Didn't you notice that when the bell stopped ringing 20 years ago, how everything stopped? How more discussions, families started to fall apart, more diseases and all of it. Family, 1 plus 1 is 2. It's all in this book. Let's continue. On page 242 or 443, we can see another Bell's graveyard. Why did they remove all the bells if they were as good as we can read over here? Because when the bells used to ring, I was always feeling peaceful. What about you? And what happened? This happened, family. Let's go to the mud flood. We see windows peeking above the ground all around the world, family. This happened. They are in all kinds of shapes and designs. It doesn't matter where you are on earth. We see them. But what if I tell you that when they went to excavate, because one time someone thought, let me go and excavate the windows, they found entire buildings stretching beneath the ground, family. Entire buildings. Do you see this one? Windows, door. Again, this is another lie that we have been taught in the education system. Let's go back to the notes over here. The $5 trillion education system a year. Another lie. Because if we go to the book of images, let me show you. We will see this is San Francisco. You see this? In San Francisco, California, with a massive amount of earth pressed directly against its side. We can see. Do you see this? Entire building, family. And look how beautiful it is with all the designs. And they are all around the world. If we go to this one, we will see again the same kind of buildings and designs stretching beneath the ground. This one is in Argentina. Let's continue. What really happened, family? Let's go back. We will see when they excavate entire buildings, we see even buildings with bridges connecting them. What is actually happening, family? The mud flood. And why didn't they tell us all of this? Again, let's go back to the education spending, the $5 trillion. Do you want to tell me that they could not even spend $1 billion to teach us about all of those things? Instead, they told us that the windows were basement windows. What is actually happening, family? All those buried architecture. The proof is in the pudding, because all the pictures, they are here in this book. Tartarian, full hidden history unlocked. But let's continue. And the cathedrals, family, they are all around the world. This is Notre Dame, Paris. Look at this. And this one is where I live. It's a picture, I have taken it myself. And the most funny thing is that all of them are missing the tip of it. If we go over here, we see again the same, missing the tip, the top, all of it. And if we look closely, we will see certain patterns over here. And if we compare it with frequency, we will see that it's 432 hertz. All of this was in our face the whole time, and we didn't even know it. This is why the elite, they go to cathedrals, and broke people, people with a lot of problems, go to dead buildings, the cubes, because cubes are dead buildings. Those are the places that the poor people go. The cube traps energy while this manifests. Everything has been thought about. But what is really happening, family? Let's continue. And why does it look like the star forts, family? The star forts are all around the world, and they are on ley lines, also where you live. As we can see, our ancient past that is not even 2 years ago old, it has a lot that we don't know about, that they try to hide from us. The cathedrals, look at it. This is how it looks like with the tip on top. And again, we see the cymatics. Again, if we go over here, we see the cymatics. But what is really happening? Tartaria was a global civilization. Let's turn the page. It's not only pyramids that are on ley lines. Star forts are also on ley lines, family. These structures, they are all around the world. And if you want to manifest, pray, meditate, this is where you need to do it. Because your prayers will manifest almost instantly. And again, we see all the maps pre-1800s, they are mentioning Tartaria. Even in Siberia, we see Tartaria. It's all around the world, family. All around the world. Doesn't matter where you go, we see Tartaria. In the book of images, we will go deeper into the maps, the natives. As we can see over here, we see an old map of Africa, but the most bizarre thing is that it's called Oceanicus Ethiopicus. It's the Atlantic Ocean, family. This is the mighty Atlantic Ocean. And if we see the depiction, we will see how African people are meeting American people. So this book also debunks immediately our history if it comes down to the Americas. What is really happening, family? So if we turn the pages, let's close the books. Let's close the books, family. This is the book. I recommend you to go and get the book right now. The link, the button is below. Just press the button below this video and go get your copy, family. It's this book, Tartaria Full Hidden History Unlocked by Shudweni Noventa. Again, over here, this is the companion, the Book of Images. Go get it, family. Add to cart, buy the book right now. Because this is the book that they have spent $5 trillion to hide everything from you. After this book, you will know exactly what is happening because it's in your face. This book contains real pictures, not fake pictures, real pictures. A lot taken by myself. Go get the book. I will see you at the other side of the community after you purchase the book.